Hello YouTube, this is Darkon633 and we're back with another Super Sentai review. This time we're going to take a look at Deluxe Kyutama Series number 4, and that is Tenbin Voyager. Now so far this is one of my most favorite mecha in the series up to this point for two major reasons. One, the overall design of the mecha on its own looks really nice, and I really like how Toei went ahead and made a humanistic robot, since a lot of the other mecha are mostly based on animals. Now, while they're okay, it's nice to actually see a more humanistic design to go with the rest of the mecha in order to have a little bit more variety. Second thing is because the Kyutama is based on my constellation Libra, so I'm very happy to actually have something to represent that in toy form. Anyways, we're now going to take a look at the box. The box is of the taller style boxes rather than the shorter flat style boxes, and it looks really nice. We have a picture of Tenbin Voyager on the side there. Another picture obviously in the front of the toy itself. A good shot of Tenbin Gold on the side. And pretty much the usual stuff you see with the other mecha, able to combine and so on and so forth. Now, another really cool thing about this is that out of the two mecha, this is actually one of the mecha in the series that actually has articulation. Both Tenbin Voyager and the Gattai Voyagers so far are the ones to have major points of articulation, since they are more of the humanistic design. This is very rare to see in Super Sentai, since a lot of the toys are mainly built for the sense of combination and transformation, but there are some cases where articulation can be added in order to bring up more play value, and it's really nice to see it represented on this toy. Speaking of which, we'll now go into the articulation itself. The head is static, it's not on any point of articulation, but at least it does look really nice regardless. He does have full joints at the shoulders, which I actually do need to attach since they're not assembled when taking out of the box. It is just attached via these little pegs, but they stay in pretty decently, and they look really nice. It does have good movements outward in the shoulders as well. Swivels at the biceps, a single joint at the elbow. The shields do turn, but that's not really a transformation joint and really something there for transformation. He has no waist articulation, but he has decent joints in the hips and allows it to move forward and back as well. No thigh swivel, but it does have really nice ratcheted knees and ratcheted ankles. But that's about it for articulation. As a comparison, here is Tenbin Voyager, next to the only other Voyager I currently own, and that is Sasori Voyager. And even though it is of a different style of mecha, I think they look really nice together. So now we're going to take a look at the Kyutama more specifically. First, we're going to take it out and just take this out to the side for a minute. Here we have the Tenbin Kyutama, and I think it looks really nice. It's got a very nice scale design to represent Libra. It does have an inner picture which can be seen when attached to the mecha. But one thing I don't really like is that so far in the series, there doesn't seem to be a very consistent scheme going on with the Kyutama. And that's because the bottom here is more of a smoky color, rather than here obviously being orange. The other Kyutama I see either just a standard black, a clear black, and some other various colors. So far what I could tell, there isn't a consistent coloring of the Kyutama itself. The overall color aspect from top is about the same, but the bottoms haven't really matched, and that's very strange why it's like that. Before we go on to the actual look of the Kyutama in the Size Blaster, we're going to go to at least one transformation mode for this particular Voyager. Now the other transformation, both the arm and leg combinations, I will be showing once we get to the Rajio Voyager mecha review eventually. We're just going to transfer it into its technical standby / flight mode, and from there it kind of moves on to the other modes. But to do that, we're just going to collapse the head, collapse its entire piece like so, and it'll snap down there. These will actually fold in, and there isn't a whole lot of movement you're going to need to do to transform this, but it does have a little bit going on from there. And unfortunately, there isn't really a way to kind of peg or secure this mode. You just need to move the arms into place like this, and there you have the carrier mode. And this is just basically the mode when the actual Voyager gets summoned before transferring into its Mecha mode or combination. But from here, this is where it also goes into the other two modes, which we'll get to later on. Anyways, we're going to take the Kyutama out and look at the Kyutama in the Saiza Blaster. Now that we got the Saiza Blaster here, we're now going to attach the Kyutama to it. So it's just going to go through the generic sounds, but first, now we're going to go on to Say the Change. So, that's pretty cool. Most of the sounds will still be the same, but it does obviously have Tenbin in the name for some of the sound combinations. Now we're going to quickly go into the Mecha summoning. And if I remember correctly, that's actually a unique sound for the particular summoning of this mecha, so at least it does have that going for it. We're now going to go on to the two attacks first. So first, the standard attack. I think that might be a generic sound. And now we're going to go into Galaxy. And unfortunately, that one I know for sure is a generic sound, but at least it can still do that. And then finally, we're going to go on to Seiza Control. Which is going to be the same sound, and you'll still maintain these same control sounds regardless. So, that covers the Kyutama in terms of electronics in the Saiza Blaster. In terms of actual play value, I think the Tenbin Voyager definitely has a lot more going for it than the Sasori Voyager, since it is of the humanistic design, and both Tenbin and Hibetsuka have articulation in the majority of its body, so at least for price-wise, I think both Hibetsuka and Tenbin are the most worth it in terms of just what you're getting for the price you're paying. Regardless, I think all the Voyagers do look really nice for what they do, and I highly recommend picking this up if you're collecting the mecha up to this point anyway. I got this at Amiami, so it's another mecha that I was able to secure at Amiami. A lot of the larger mecha, for some reason, tend to sell out much faster on Amiami than the single releases like the Voyagers here. So it's best to check HLJ, Amiami, CS Toys, or some other Japanese retail site in order to get a hold of these mecha. From what I could tell, Tenbin was kind of hard to get at first, but now it seems to have a little bit easier to get compared to what it used to be, so it's probably your best bet is to just check around in those stores. Anyways, please comment, subscribe, and check out Hero Club and Hirotaku. Also check me on Twitter under Darkon633, and don't forget to check down the other channels down below. Please check the little bell at the bottom of the screen in order to see my content go up as soon as possible, and be back with more Super Sentai reviews and more. But for now, I'll be seeing you later, YouTube. Bye.